Hi everybody, are you ready to cook? I hope so. So remember I told you in the last video that you are either going to have a bag of alphabet pasta that looks like this or one that looks like this, okay? And I have my little helper here, and you will need a grown-up with you to help you. And the first thing you're going to ask your grown-up to do with you is turn on the stove so that the pot we cook in is warm. So make sure the grown-up does this. I'm going to do mine right over here. And I'm just going to put it on a low flame. So that's warming up. And then I have my instructions here, and hopefully you have yours as well. It says we're going to put a tiny bit of olive oil into the pot, and then we're going to add a little bit of garlic and the onion, which I've got cut up already, ready to go. So Ellie, you can help me with the olive oil.
Okay.
And you at home can help your moms. Okay, you ready? We're just going to put a little bit. Perfect. And we'll let that warm up for a second. And then do you see all my onion I chopped up? It's one onion that your mom or dad or grown-up who's helping you is going to cut up. And it made me cry. I wonder if it'll make you have some tears come to your eyes. It stung my eyes and made me cry. I don't like that about onions. And the grocery store, can you believe it, was out of fresh garlic. So I found this, and I'm going to use this. And Ellie, we're going to squeeze in three cloves of garlic, right. So we're going to estimate, and you can do this at home. Hopefully you've got some fresh garlic at your grocery store. There we go. And then all this onion. So Ellie, you hold that. I'm going to hold this over the pot. You're going to scrape it in. There you go. That's okay. All right. Perfect. And then you can give it a mix in there, Ellie. And just make sure you don't touch the pot, because it's going to start to get very hot.
Yeah.
You're mixing up the garlic and the onions. And now the recipe says that we're going to let that cook for 5 minutes before we do anything else. So you can pause the video here. I'm going to pause mine, and then I'll come back to you after 5 minutes. I'm going to set a timer on mine to make sure it's perfect. Okay, our 5-minute timer went off, and our onions look translucent, which is a big word and means they're kind of see-through now. So hopefully yours are as well. And the next step is to add our mixed vegetables. And I have 2 cans of vegetables, but you can use fresh vegetables, or you might have frozen vegetables from in your freezer. But I'm going to use these, and I have to drain the liquid out first. So Ellie's holding my strainer. Got it, Elle? Mm-hmm. I'm going to pour so that the liquid comes out. Okay. Now we're going to transfer it over to the pot. We have one more to do. So hold that again, Ellie.
Okay.
Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Some of that liquid's still coming out. You see? See how we can get most of it out. Okay. Let's put it in the pot. I will turn this so you can see my pot. And Ellie, you can give it a good stir.
Okay.
Don't touch the pot. Be careful.
I will.
All right, so she's going to mix that in, being very careful not to touch the hot pot. And we're going to give that about 2 minutes. And then we get to add our tomatoes. So I have a huge can of diced tomatoes here. You might have 2 smaller cans, which are the same amount as this. Did it help you out here?
Yeah.
Is it starting to smell good in your house? You can smell it here. All right, so would
really
you
good.
like to pour the can in, Ellie?
I'm sure all of it.
Yeah. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Good job. Okay, we're going to rinse that out when we're done so we can put it in the recycling. And give that a good mix, Alice.
Okay.
And for those tomatoes, you want to include the liquid too, so don't drain that out like you did the vegetables. That's going to help add to the soup.
Yeah.
Okay, and then the next step, once you've stirred that in, is you're going to add your broth. And the recipe calls for beef broth, but I'm going to use chicken broth just because we prefer it. So you might do that, or you might have vegetable broth. Any of those work. But it says on the recipe you need 7 cups. So,
I think that's good.
great, thank you. I have a big cup measurer here, and I know, let's see, can you see from the side? There's 4 cups already that I've poured out, so I'm going to pour that in. Ellie, you can give that a mix. And then to get to 7, let's see how many more cups I need from 4. 5, 6, 7. So 3 more cups. So I'm going to find the 3. Can you see it? Whoa, whoa, whoa. There we go. And you can see it from the side here as well. And I want to stop when I get to the 3 here. So do that at home and make sure you're looking at the numbers and you can tell Mom or Dad when they've gotten to the 3. You want to tell me when I get to the 3, Ellie? Do you see it?
Is it over here?
Yeah. And about
Going.
2.
That's good.
Okay, we made it to the 3. And 4 plus 3 equals 7. Okay, it's starting to look like soup now, don't you think?
Yeah.
You want to give it one more mix, Alice?
Sure.
All right, so we're going to stir that in slowly so it doesn't splish-splosh over the side. And then we get to add our herbs and our garlic. So let's have a look and remind myself what we need. So the herbs are some oregano and some basil. And let's see. So for the oregano, we need 2 tablespoons. So have Mom or Dad help you find your tablespoon measurer. And this is going to be 1 tablespoon, but we need 2. So we have to scoop this 2 times. All right, Al, you want to come do it with me? Let me see if I can. Oh, I can fit it in there. Okay. Ready? 1, 2. Good job. All right, Ellie, you mix that very slowly. It's getting really full in our pot. I'll have to show you when we're done here. And what else do we have? We want 1 tablespoon of dried basil. I grew up in England calling it basil, so I always have to think about it for a second. I don't pronounce it incorrectly. Okay. All right, Al. There's the basil. Pour that in. Good job. Give that a little mix. And now, let's see, we're going to add our garlic powder. So I'm going to put this to the side. And garlic powder, we just want 1 tablespoon. All right, I'm going to pour this right over the top. All right, slow down a little bit because it's getting close to the top. Okay, I poured it in. Ellie, you mix it. And a little bit of salt. So let's see how much salt we need. Oh, half of one of these. So you could use a separate one that says half on it, but I'm going to use this and just estimate that I use about half of it. Slow down there, Elvis. It's going to pour over.
Yeah.
Okay, that's about half. A tablespoon of salt.
That's kind of salty.
Yeah, that makes it taste yummy. And all we have left are the alphabet soup. I want to know what happens to your pasta, so have a look at the size of it now. And when you're done, I want you to tell me if it's gotten bigger or smaller or stayed the same size.
I think that's enough. With this
Great.
side, but
Okay, Al, so we're going to pour in our pasta, and this is 12 ounces, so is the boxed one. And we only want, is it 7? Yeah, 7 ounces. So that's just a bit more than half. So you can measure it out. But I am going to estimate. You ready, Al?
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. Let's see, maybe a little bit more. Okay. So I still have some left in my bag. And I'm going to show you. We're going to...
Can I mix it?
Yeah, you can mix it a little bit. We're going to turn the heat up so it starts boiling. And you'll know it's boiling because it will be bubbling. And then you're going to turn it back down and let it sit there for 30 minutes, okay? So let a grown-up help you turn the heat up. When you're done stirring, you put that there. And I'm going to show you what mine looks like. I wonder if yours looks the same. Here we come. Ta-da! So that's what it looks like before. I hope you enjoy making it and eating it especially. Bye, everybody.